representatives of the University of Niš, Serbia, but at the same time representing all the Canadianists that are very active in Serbia. So we are very grateful to be here and share our experiences with all of you. I would like to position our paper within that context of Canadian studies. Our long-lasting interest in Canada and things Canadian finally resulted in the creation of the Yugoslav Association for Canadian Studies in 2001, which was, after the geopolitical changes in that part of the Balkans, renamed into Serbian Association in 2011. This is an academically minded association that gathers researchers from all universities in the country and the region, including members of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro. Against all odds, and with the help of the Canadian Embassy in Belgrade, we managed to organize our biannual conferences and regularly publish proceedings. The topics we have explored so far have been other language, otherness in Canadian culture in 2003, images of Canada, interiors and exteriors in 2005, culture and ideology, Canadian perspectives 2007, reconnecting through diversity in 2009, modern Canada, prejudices, stereotypes of ethnicity in 2011, and Canada, new ideas for the new world in this year, April this year. Most of the universities have courses in Canadian studies and Canadian literature to meet the rising interest of the students and researchers, greatly encouraged by the benefits of the Understanding Canada program, whose operation we sincerely regret. After a massive brain drain hit Serbia, Canada confirmed its status as one of the most desirable countries for immigrants. It is estimated that there are at least 300,000 Serbs in Canada, in all the major cities. Even here in Hamilton, there is a Serbian Orthodox Church, St. Nicholas, which is usually the hub of the Serbian community in every place where Serbs live. Going to the paper that we would like to discuss with you here, we chose to research the work of David Al-Bahari. David Al-Bahari, a well-known Serbian short fiction author of Jewish origin, is one of those who moved to Canada after the Civil War. He does not belong in the group of economic immigrants, but in the intellectual elite that left the country dissatisfied with the political situation in the first place. He now lives between Calgary and Belgrade, but keeps writing mainly in Serbian, since he believes that the individual recognizable style is dependent on the language. The stories we have chosen for this occasion are An Indian at the Olympic Plaza and Learning Cyrillic, both dealing with the Canadian context in the sense that they show possible interactions between the First Nations people and immigrants. It does not take much research to realize that the main problem of these two groups is also the problem of the true-born Canadians, if by that one means descendants of the early white Anglo-Saxon settlers. The problem in question is the need to define one's identity, both individual and collective, in changed social circumstances. The loss of the old way of life, which all these three segments of Canadian population have in common. The policy of multiculturalism, of course, aimed at providing adequate strategies for creating the cohesive social tissue without amputating ethnic peculiarities. But however noble the idea was, it seems that in practice, multiculturalism shows signs of failure, unless our impression is terribly wrong. Al-Bahari, that is actually what Al-Bahari shows, by making his Indians and immigrants share their stories and learn about each other, while the true-born Canadian is not in the picture at all. Why? That's the question we would like to discuss with you.